on, Dippers? Dipper Dan 1 here. I know it's been a very long time since I posted a video. That's because I couldn't figure out what to do. I haven't been trying new stuff. I haven't had a whole lot to talk about. But we do got some stuff to talk about today. It's been a long time. So, for one, you can tell by this damn blaze orange seatbelt, I'm not even in the same truck. No, I've had, this is the second truck, well, actually the third truck I've been in. And the second one I've been in since I talked to y'all last, I think. I think I was still talking to you guys. Last time I talked to you guys, I was on my first truck still. So, here's what it is. My first truck was a 15 Kenworth T680. The second one was the same. This one is a 19 Freightliner Cascadia. The ones that kind of look funny and kind of look like Jay Leno on the front of it. Yeah, those ones. So, it's an automatic, whatever. So we're going to talk about. Anyway, so we do have some stuff to try out today. In fact, I have a couple videos to make on stuff that I'll be trying. For one, the one we're going to be doing today, let's just be honest, I've already been dipping it. I started dipping it when I was at home yesterday, and well, I've been dipping it today, and I was like, well, shit, I need to make a video. So, I saw these guys on Instagram. This is how I found out about this company, and they had some pretty good reviews on their website. Turn that off because I'm recording. They had some pretty good reviews on their website. I don't know. I mean, I've only tried one of them so far, and y'all are gonna laugh at me on this one. I swear to God, but it was all right. The other reason I got it was because it was a limited edition. I've never even tried this stuff before, and I figured, well, you know, kind of want to try it just to see what it's like. So, I don't know. You guys remember a couple of years ago I tried to quit dipping and it didn't work out. Well, this is kind of something that it might work for me. So, I've got 3 cans. I bought 3 cans of it, ordered it online. So, we've got mint. It's fully loaded. That's what it's called. Shit. Dropping it. Fully loaded. It's got nicotine in it, as you can read, hopefully. Not giant bouncing around too much. Mint. Fully Loaded is the name of the company. We've got Peach, which is a limited edition. Never had peach dip before. And then we've got Berry, which is the one that I've been dipping on. This is also the limited edition one. I know everybody's going to say, oh my God, it must taste like Skullberry. Ah, you dip Skullberry? No, I've actually never had it, so I don't know what Skullberry tastes like. However, we're going to do a pinch of this, and we're going to do a comparison between this and I guess regular tobacco. Now, first off, what's in this stuff? You know what? No, I'm going to put a dip in. We'll pack it real quick. And I'll show you guys what this stuff looks like. You'd be amazed. It actually looks like dip. It's hard to do the one-handed pinch, but it looks like dip. It really does. It doesn't look like tea leaves. It don't look like it don't look like that stuff that I was doing, that Smoky Mountain or whatever, Rocky Mountain. I can't remember what it was. Rocky Mountain. I don't know. Something Mountain Smoky. I think it was Smoky Mountain. I think. I don't remember. But anyway, so I'm gonna put more than that in. That's just all I could grab at the moment. But yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good. It's really moist. And you know what? For the hell of it, put another one in. There we go. So it really sticks to your fingers. That's one thing. It really does. So don't wear a white t-shirt like I am. Bad idea. Alright, so we're going to talk about this stuff a little bit. I'm going to let this sit in my lip, and I'm going to give you guys I'm going to try to get this stuff off my fingers. It really does stain, though. really stains your fingers. So be careful if you're wearing a white t-shirt. So this stuff, I'm gonna try to do this while I'm driving. It's not smart, whatever. I know, shut up. Mint leaf, arrowroot, molasses, water, natural and artificial flavors and colors, whatever. Pharmaceutical nicotine. In fact, they say that the nicotine levels in this, the amount of nicotine in this is similar to the higher name brand ones like Copenhagen. And I can attest to that. Propylene glycol, which is vegetable oil, cayenne pepper, that one's important, salt, baking soda, and ammonium. I don't know what ammonium is. Anyway, so they list the ingredients here on the can, which is kind of nice. The cans look okay. Actually, they're kind of nice. They are full plastic, but you know, what can you do? I mean, I wasn't expecting a metal can, if I'm honest, from the get-go anyway. So, or at least a metal lid. I was expecting full plastic. So, like I said, I've been dipping on this for a couple days now, and it's kind of weird. I don't mind it. Like, I was dipping my regular Southern blend yesterday and today, but this stuff I don't really mind. I mean, it's got enough nicotine in it to where I don't get the jitters or the shakes or anything. I don't sit there and think, oh man, I wish I had regular dip. I don't. I mean, now, there is a weird difference. Now, this berry, it kind of smells like berry, but I'll be honest, it does not taste like berry. I don't know if I just got a weird can of it. I only bought one, so I won't be buying this one again. But, I don't really care for it. It's okay. It's not bad, but it tastes like toothpaste. Like a very weak, watered-down toothpaste. Like if you got just a little smidge of toothpaste left in your mouth after you brush your teeth. That's what it tastes like. It does not taste like berry. Now, I don't mind the toothpaste flavor. I mean, it's okay. I think that comes from the mixture of the mint and the cayenne, but you know, it is what it is. Now, the cayenne pepper is actually important in this. One of their advertising things is that it looks, it feels, and it buzzes and it burns like real tobacco. Now, I will tell you, that cayenne pepper does make your lip burn. The only difference is it kind of also makes your tongue burn a little bit too. Now, it's not a lot. It's not overpowering, unless your gums are all screwed up because you've been dipping 24/7 like I do. But, I mean, it's really not that, it's not that bad. It's not very strong. It's just that very subtle little burn that you get on the back end of it. And it does hit your tongue. It kind of hits the back of your throat. If, hang on, I'm going to pass this other truck. It does hit the back of your throat a little bit when you are, when you haven't spit for a while, or if you've been talking for a minute. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it. It's not bad. It's not my favorite. I haven't tried the other two. I will do their video, or I will do separate videos on those. But yeah, like I said, I really don't mind it. It's pretty good. I think it's a good substitute for tobacco. It definitely has the right amount of nicotine in it, because like I said, I don't find myself wanting more. Passing the truck, same company, but he was driving slow. I've been stuck behind him for a little while now, and I guess he just took his cruise control off a couple miles ago because he's been doing 65, and I'm like, well, I'm empty, I'm going to run 68 if I can. But anyway, so yeah, that's, I don't mind it. I mean, the flavor's weird. It does not taste like berry. It's supposed to be berry flavored. It does not taste like berry. It's it tastes like toothpaste. It tastes like children's toothpaste, even. Maybe like a berry flavored children's toothpaste. That's what I could. That's what I could compare it to. You know, it doesn't really taste like berry, but they say it's berry flavored. That's what it tastes like to me. Like a children's toothpaste that they say tastes like berry. It's not bad, but it's definitely not berry. So, once again, people say, oh, you're dipping this, you must dip Skull Berry. Well, I don't. And y'all know that. I dip, well, I've got it. Well, where is it? I had it. Oh yeah, I still got it. This has been my normal for like 6 years now. Is Southern Blend. And I'm trying to get off of it. So, I've been dipping since I was 12 years old. I'm now 23. I'll be 24 in November. So in a month and a half, I'll be 24, and it's just time for me to quit. So I've been doing it for 11 years, almost 12 years. So I'm done with it. So I'm going to try to use this stuff, and I'll kind of try to update on my progress on it as well. Now I do have that can in there, and what I'm going to have to do is, since you can only find this stuff online, I'm going to have to get it where it ships and it comes to the house every time, you know, every week. That way when I go back home, I don't have to get regular dip. So if I do that, plus I think they give you a bit of a discount when you do it like that, when you do it weekly. And they sell it in the 5-can roll or log or whatever you want to call it. You can buy them individually as well. But I don't know. I mean, I don't mind it. So I'll give you guys a little bit more of a look at the can real quick. At the berry one. So it's pink or purple. I don't know. Colorblind. I don't know. Sorry, I know. It's kind of ridiculous. These roads aren't exactly flat. I'll kind of just slowly turn it for you so you can see it. It's not a bad can design. I mean, honestly, there's only one warning label on it, and that's this product contains nicotine. Nicotine's an addictive chemical. That's it, and that's what all the cans say. So there's no stupid warning labels. Oh, this product causes cancer, blah blah blah. Which, you know, we all know. If you guys watch Outlaw and everything like that, or if you do your own research, you'll find out that there is no direct link from smokeless tobacco to cancer. I mean, it's not been proven. Most of the people who get mouth cancer from it are also smokers, and people who smoke and don't do anything else get mouth cancer all the time. So I know there's been people in my family who have only smoked and gotten mouth cancer. I know these things. So in fact, one of my mom's cousins, I had to have half her tongue cut off because she smoked every day. So I don't smoke, so I don't have to worry about that. But now this, I know some people think, oh, well, dipping's nasty. Well, that's fine, but I feel like if you smoke as much as I dip, and I dip a lot, I feel like it would be a perfect thing to try. I mean, yeah, there's vaping, but I mean, I guess they haven't done a whole lot of research on vaping. So I don't know. I did it for a little bit. I got off of it. I got tired of it. Plus, that shit's expensive. But anyway, so we'll give this thing a rating real quick. Wow. Okay. Anyway, real quick, I'm gonna give this thing a rating. And I'm gonna kind of do it kind of like what was that feller who was on YouTube for a while? I think he's still on there. Joey Led's Dipping. I'm gonna kind of give it a review kind of like his. I like his stuff. I don't know if he's, like I said, I haven't even touched this channel in God knows how long. So I don't know if he's still around. If he is, cool. If he's not, then well, buy it, I guess. I don't know, but for the can, I mean, it looks nice. They do have very good labeling and stuff like that on the cans. It's a pretty looking can. As far as the texture, it is very moist. I love how moist it is. In fact, it's almost moister than regular dip, or more moister, more. I don't know what do you say to that. I don't know. As far as packability, I mean, it packs okay. That's where it's a little bit different because it is so moist. It does fall apart just a little bit because it kind of likes to stay in its own little clumps. So, I mean, like you saw, I put 1 pinch and 2 fillers in, which is fine. It does stick to your fingers and stains your fingers. That is one definite thing that I'm not sure if I'm a huge fan of, but what can you do? We're slowing down. I'm coming into a work zone. As far as longevity of the flavor, like I said, you don't even really get the berry flavor in this. It's kind of like toothpaste, but the flavor does last a long time. I would say at least 45 minutes. And that's with me being an overactive spitter. So 45 minutes is pretty good. I mean, Copenhagen lasts about that for me, 45 minutes to an hour, so pretty good. Nicotine, it's just right up there with Copenhagen. I don't really notice a difference. It don't make me buzz. I mean, you know, Copenhagen didn't make me buzz either, but I mean, I can't remember when the last time I had a nicotine buzz was. However, it's not too low. I mean, it's definitely right up there with, say, Copenhagen, to where it's not making me feel like I'm lacking in any nicotine. And I like it. The spit, it's dark. It's just like spitting regular dip. However, it's not as thick. I will say that regular tobacco spit is a little bit thicker than this spit, which is interesting. I think it's probably because of the chemicals and whatever, and just how tobacco's made. It's, you know, still a different product, so it's not going to be exactly the same, which is fine. I don't mind it. And I guess that's it. So I guess overall I'd give it probably about overall in general, I'd probably give it a 3.5 out of 5. Just because of the flavor, because I mean, like I said, it's toothpaste flavored, it's not berry flavored. So if it was actually berry flavored and it tasted good, then it'd probably be a little bit higher of a rating. But that's the biggest drawback for me, is the flavor is not what they advertised. Which, I mean, it could just be that I got a can that, you know, the flavor was a little bit off or something like that. I mean, it could be a little bit older of a can too. I mean, there's no dates on these things. So, I don't know. I mean, it's all right. I'll finish this can, but I won't get another can of this. Now, if you go on their website, they have 3 different strengths that you can get this stuff in. Now, peach and berry, I believe, are only in fully loaded. They have 3 different. They're fully loaded. They have half cocked, and then they have bullseye, I think, or something like that. Fully loaded means full nicotine. Half cocked means half strength nicotine. So if you're trying to quit and you're trying to wean yourself down off the tobacco, you can do that. And then bullseye, there's none. So you can get that in mint, wintergreen, classic, which is like a straight flavor, kind of like Copenhagen or Grizzly Straight or something like that. And then there's one more that I can't remember. They sent me a card of it. of the different kinds they had. I can't remember. You'll have to go to the website. But I'm not sponsored by these guys. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I just like making videos. So it is what it is. So we'll see how long I can last on this stuff. I think it'll be all right. The only problem is, you know, I'm not a big straight guy, and you know, wintergreen's okay, but I mean, I'll probably mostly dip the mint. The only thing is, I can't really dip mint for a long period of time, because I end up getting tired of it. So I don't know. I mean, given that there's only actually 4 flavors that there is to choose from, I don't know. I mean, I love my Southern blend, but I don't know. I don't really know how well I'm going to be able to do without it. I mean, I might go back and dip Southern blend occasionally, but it's not going to be all the time. It might be just every once in a while. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, since I talked to you guys, some stuff has happened. We moved. In fact, we moved to Tennessee. So we live in Knoxville, Tennessee now. I don't know. Like I said, I don't remember when the last time I talked to y'all was. I'm pretty sure it was before that. So we moved to Tennessee. I'm still with the same company. But I just came out back on the road today, but next time I come home, I'm going to be taking my hazmat test. I already got cleared by the TSA, got my background check, my fingerprints done. But I have to go and take the test at the DMV. So I got to be studying for that these next 2 weeks like a motherfucker, because I do not want to fail it. And I'm not good at reading and learning from, well, what we call book learning. I'm not good at book learning. I'm great at hands-on. You know, you show me how to do it, and then work with me once, you know, while I do it, and then I do it myself. I'm pretty good to go. But you know, that's doing stuff with my hands. It's not necessarily book learning. And I'm also not very good on tests. So I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully I pass it. But I don't, you know, all of that is in preparation of for a very big transition, which is a great transition, because once I get my hazmat, I'm going to be applying to some local fuel hauling companies, and I'm going to be going local. I am tired of being out here on the road. I know I've done it for 2 years now, and I know people say, oh, well, you know, people do it for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. I'm like, well, that's cool. But I did this that way I could transfer into a local position. And I never wanted to do hazmat, but it seems that most of these local jobs that I'm looking at require you to have a hazmat endorsement, which is fine. So I figured, well, if I have the hazmat endorsement, I might as well do something that's going to pay good and pay similar, if not more, than what I'm making now. So that's what the plan is. And I mean, the hazmat, the fuel hauling guys, I've talked to a few people, and they make similar to what I make. Most of them is just a little bit more. So, and for where we live, it's actually a very good income. In fact, it's above the average. So that makes me happy. Even though we live in a little rinky-dink one-bedroom apartment that's like 600 square foot, I mean, you know, it's all about living below your means and having the money to do something with it in case something happens, or, you know, take vacations occasionally, stuff like that. So my wife and I have been paying a lot of attention to Dave Ramsey, especially since we've moved to Tennessee. because that was, you know, one of the reasons. It's a lot cheaper in Tennessee than it was in Virginia for us. So, for one, we wanted to get away from just all the bullshit that Virginia just had. I mean, where we were living in Fredericksburg, I mean, it was just consistently just they kept building more houses and building more neighborhoods, and more people kept coming down from the north. And at this point, traffic is completely fucked on 95 between DC and Fredericksburg. You know, it could be 11 o'clock in the morning headed south from DC to Fredericksburg, and you're sitting in stop and go traffic the entire way. It don't make any sense to me. So we were getting tired of all that. Plus, there were some things that we needed to get away from. So I'm not going to go into detail on that, but you know, it's been a great change, and it's really, it feels like home more than Virginia did. Even though I grew up in Virginia, I wasn't born there, but I grew up in Virginia. My wife was born and raised in Virginia. In fact, in the same house that she lived in, you know, up until we got married. So she's been there all her life in the same place. So it was kind of a big step for her to move. I mean, we moved around a little bit when I was a kid, but you know, moving 8.5 hours away from your closest family member, that's, you know, that's pretty big deal, especially for somebody who hasn't moved ever. I mean, the first time my wife moved was when we got married. So, and that was just across town. So, you know, and that was a big deal for her. So, and you know, but we love it down here. I mean, well, now I'm in Kentucky, so I can't say down. You know, I can't say, I'm not in Tennessee right now. So, but we love Tennessee. I mean, since we've been there, we've already taken one vacation, one weekend, went down to Pigeon Forge and stayed in the cabin down there just for the weekend, just for the hell of it, because we felt like it. We wanted to take a break. I was home. She said, "Hey, you want to go rent a cabin down in Pigeon Forge?" I said, "Yeah, why not? You know, not that expensive. Rent it for the weekend, be there, and come home. You know, one night, two night, whatever. Come home and get back out on the road." So, I mean, it's great. Like I said, we love it. We definitely fit in a little bit better. It's funny, the dynamic between where we live now and where we lived in Virginia. Back in Virginia, I mean, we were kind of considered lower middle class. I mean, upper poverty level, lower middle class for the area we lived in, because there were so many government workers making, you know, triple digits consistently. I mean, that's mostly what the town that we grew up in was made up of by the time we left. And so we go from that to Tennessee, where we're upper middle class, which is weird, and we can still, you know, we can now afford to live comfortably. And I mean, we're comfortable where we are now, and we're still living way below our means, which is awesome. But it's just weird because we really never fit in with that kind of people up there in Virginia. But I mean, in Tennessee, people aren't quite so focused on your class and your income. It's not such a big deal as it is in Virginia, and I don't know why they make it such a big deal, but they do. And you know, you get down to where we live, and nobody cares. People treat you like an actual human being. They don't give a damn what kind of clothes you're wearing or what you're driving or anything like that. Nobody cares about a status level. At least where we live. Now, if you go to Nashville or Memphis, it'll be a different story. But, you know, I don't live in either. And I don't go to either. At least not on purpose. Oh, Lord, somebody's doing 45 in the work zone. 45 into 55, that makes sense. Anyway. But yeah, so it was definitely the right decision for us to make, and you know, people keep asking us, oh well, don't you miss Virginia? It's like, no, not really. I mean, I have family there. That's about it. I do not miss living in Virginia at all. It's just a completely different. I don't know. It's just I couldn't get along with anybody up there. It was just I didn't fit in with those people. I guess the kind of person, the kind of work that I do, and the kind of person I am, it just really didn't mix well with all the high class society people that were moving in. So that's where the big difference is. So I don't know. I mean, I just couldn't fit in. That's all it was. And neither could my wife. We really didn't see eye to eye with a lot of people. And you know, that was also politically as well, which, I mean, I'm not going to get into the politics of it all, but I mean, there was a big change from when we moved there to when we left. Huge change, completely different. So I don't know, I'm glad we got out. Some people probably think I'm lying about that, but I'm not. And I don't know, it's just, it's a breath of fresh air. Honestly, it is. We got a new start, which we needed, and it's just, I mean, we've been loving it. So anyway, I think that's going to be it. I think I'm going to end this video here. I don't have a whole lot more to talk about, and I'm going to be heading off into some uncharted territory here in a few minutes. So I want to thank you guys for watching. If anybody watches this video, look out for the next two on this little series I'm doing. I'm going to do the peach next, and then I'll do the mint. So if you guys like this video, thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. I don't care. Comment. You know, I don't know. Leave. Fuck it. Do whatever you want. I'm out. See y'all later.